Vegetarianism in Religion, the Prohibition of Animal Flesh Eating, Part 6 of 9.
Christianity. It is better not to eat meat, or drink wine, or to do anything else that will cause any man to stumble. Romans, Holy Bible.
Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but God shall destroy both it and them. 1 Corinthians, Holy Bible.
Therefore, if meat makes my brother stumble, I will never eat meat, lest I make my brother stumble. 1 Corinthians, Holy Bible.
Go and find out what is meant by the scripture that says, "It is kindness that I want, not animal sacrifices." Matthew, Holy Bible.
Be on guard so that your hearts do not become heavy with the eating of flesh, and with the intoxication of wine, and with the anxiety of the world, and that day come upon you suddenly, for as a snare it will come upon all who dwell upon the surface of the earth. Luke Evangelion, Da Mafaresh, Old Syriac manuscript of the Gospels.
He saw heaven opened and something like a large sheet being let down to earth by its four corners. It contained all kinds of four-footed animals, as well as reptiles and birds. Then a voice told him, "Get up, Peter, kill and eat." "Surely not, Lord," Peter replied. "I have never eaten anything impure or unclean." Acts, Holy Bible.
Peter said, "I live on olives and bread, to which I rarely only add vegetables." Saint Clement of Alexandria, Vegetarian, Clementine, Homilies.
And the things which are well-pleasing to God are these: to pray to him, to ask from him, to abstain from the table of devils, not to taste dead flesh, not to touch blood. Saint Clement of Alexandria, Vegetarian, Clementine, Homilies.
Happiness is found in the practice of virtue. Accordingly, the Apostle Matthew partook of seeds and nuts, and hard-shelled fruits and vegetables without flesh. Saint Clement of Alexandria, Vegetarian, the instructor.
The steam of meat meals darkens the spirit. One can hardly have virtue if one enjoys meat meals and feasts. In the earthly paradise, no one sacrificed animals, and no one ate meat. Saint Basil the Great, Vegetarian.
Scenes. Let not a man make himself abominable with any living creature or creeping thing by eating of them. The Dead Sea Scrolls.
Thou hast created plants for the service of man, and all things that spring from the earth, that he may be fed in abundance. Hymns of the Initiates.
God giveth the grains and fruits of the earth for food, and for righteous man truly there is no other lawful sustenance for the body. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
And Jesus said unto them, Verily I say unto you, they who partake of benefits which are gotten by wronging one of God's creatures cannot be righteous, nor can they touch holy things, or teach the mysteries of the kingdom, whose hands are stained with blood, or whose mouths are defiled with flesh. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
Not by shedding innocent blood, therefore, but by living a righteous life shall ye find the peace of God. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
I am come to end the sacrifices and feast of blood, and if ye cease not offering and eating of flesh and blood, the wrath of God shall not cease from you. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
For I tell you truly, he who kills, kills himself, and who eats the flesh of slain beasts, eats of the body of death. For in his blood every drop of their blood turns to poison, in his breath their breath to stink, in his flesh their flesh to boils, in his bones their bones to chalk, and their death will become his death. The Essene Gospel of Peace.
Kill not, neither eat the flesh of your innocent prey, lest you become the slaves of Satan. For that is the path of sufferings, and it leads unto death. But do the will of God, that his angels may serve you on the way of life. The Essene Gospel of Peace.
And eating of their flesh, and drinking of their blood, to their own destruction corrupted their bodies and shortened their days. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
God in the beginning gave to man the fruits of the earth for food, and did not make him lower than the ape, or the ox, or the horse, or the sheep, so low that he should kill and eat the flesh and blood of his fellow creatures. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
Of that which ye offer unto God in purity shall ye eat, but of that kind which ye offer not in purity shall ye not eat, for the hour cometh, when your sacrifices and feasts of blood shall cease. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
Behold the fields yielding their increase, and the fruit-bearing trees and the herbs. Woe to the strong who misuse their strength. Woe to the hunters, for they shall be hunted. The Gospel of the Holy 12.
And the rain-washed naked throngs came before them, God and the Holy Brotherhood, trembling to receive their judgment. For their sins were many, and they had defiled the earth. Yea, they had destroyed the creatures of the land and sea, poisoned the ground, fouled the air. The Essene Book of Revelation.
Etc. These are just some examples. For more details, please log on to suprememastertv.com/scrolls.